Does your wife ever tell you what to do?
All the time, especially what board games to play.
Seriously? Me, no. I chose these. These are...
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
So in this video, our wives actually picked the best couple games there are. So we're gonna split them into categories, and in each category, both of our wives have picked a game, and we're gonna explain what that game is and why it is that amazing, at least from their opinions.
Filler game.
3, 2, 1. Railroading.
Archaeology.
Railroading is a game about train systems and roads. It's a roll and write game where you throw a bunch of dice and see what happens. Whatever results you get, you have to draw those on different maps. It's not that easy to get points. It's quite difficult to match all those dice together because you have to use all of them every time. Why I think she picked it. It's a fantastic game to take it with you while you're traveling. That's why it's a filler game that you can play almost wherever. There's hard cardboard drawing boards. You can play it on a plane. You can play it while having a bus ride to Germany, for example. Wink, wink. He is having a bus ride to Germany.
Well, mine's archaeology. 2 to 6 player card game. Obviously, we only played it 2. That's why it's on this list. But it's a set collection game where you collect certain sets of cards and then you play them for points. And there are some special cards. There's one particular set of cards which you can use to find treasure in a pyramid. But you can also use them for something else and then the treasure aren't found. My wife got really mad when I just removed that one card. Yeah, I'm losing with the treasure thing. I'm just gonna remove it from the game and then she's not gonna get it. She thought I'm ruining the game. But she still picked it because we've played a ton of it. It's a quick 2-player card game. You can play with more.
This also was like the game that we took to the hospital when my son was born. So also, I guess, some sentimental thing here.
When your kid asks you what's the first thing you remember when he was born, you're like, yeah, we played railroading.
Yeah, I beat your mom at railroading.
But maybe something else, Dad. No. That was the most memorable thing at that stay at hospital. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. TM. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but I added that. It's Terraforming Mars. Huge Euro game with tons of resources, with cards, and you build your engines, and it's the best Euro game for us and for her as well.
Good thing you added that for us, because I was gonna fight you on that.
You get a bunch of cards, and they have synergy with other cards. You get more resources, more money, so you can buy more cards, put them together, build engines. And just a fantastic way to terraform Mars and have a good time with your lovely wife.
Did I tell you about the Patreon thing?
No.
I can't make any dad jokes during this video.
Okay.
And you have to make at least 3. You enjoy the ride. Anyway, Living Forest, kind of like a deck building game, race deck building game, where you buy animals and put them in your deck and they let you do different actions like planting trees or buying more animals or putting out flames because this evil spirit is trying to burn down the forest. But it's not a co-op game, it's a race game. The first spirit to complete a certain objective wins the game. My wife likes this game a ton. This was, I think, in my most played of 2022 video. She wanted to put this game almost every category, so we came down to putting it in Euro.
So what's the best co-op game?
For 2 Spiele.
3, 2, 1. So in my best co-op game, couples game, my wife's best couple game is Spirit Island. I knew you were gonna do that joke, so I just stole it.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Mm-hmm. So Spirit Island is a massive cooperative game for experts, quite difficult to get into, quite difficult decisions, yet very, very rewarding, and both of us really enjoy it. And it's really good at 2. We play spirits that are fighting against invaders that come to our island, and we try to fight against them and get rid of them. We can do that by improving our presence and playing out cards, and there are synergies between cards. Really good and fun game if you want something like challenging. My wife loves similar games to me, and your wife loves every single game where she beats your ass.
That pretty much describes our relationship. Mechs vs Minions. It's 2 to 4 or 1 to 4 co-op game where there are different scenarios, and it's a programming game where each player has a mech, and what that mech is going to do is you're going to put down cards in a row, and then you're going to flip them up one by one and see what happens. And you're kind of trying to figure out what each should do, but then there's random events that trigger and dice you roll, just chaos. But it's really fun, it has really nice components, all around a good package, and if you're into League of Legends, then that kind of happens in that same universe. The best non-gamer game.
So how do you call an island where dad goes and steals all the booze?
I don't know. What do you call it?
Spirit Island.
So bad.
3, 2, 1. Micro Macro.
Splendor.
Micro Macro is Where's Waldo version, and it is perfect for 2 players. You basically have a huge map. In this map of a city, you have different crimes happening, and you can follow along them and kind of solve those crimes. For example, you have to find this person somewhere on the map. When you find him, you get another card. Where did this person go? And then you have to look where exactly on the map did he go. It's a perfect game for 2 and for non-gamers, because to get playing, you don't have to have anything.
Splendor is a 2 to 4 player set collection game where you have these chips, like poker chips, that are gems, and you collect them, and then you exchange them for cards, which either give points or count as gems for the rest of the game, so you have more gems, or both. On your turn, you can either take gems, or buy a card, or reserve a card. Super simple, that's why it's non-gamer. I can teach this game in less than 5 minutes. 2 more dad jokes is what Giannis needs. His brain already bleeds. Next category is going to be heavy game.
Heavy?
Heavy game.
3, 2, 1. Bitoku. My wife is crazy for Euro games, for heavier games as well. This one fits the bill. It's quite tough to get into, but when you get going, it's really, really fun and challenging. It's best with 2. Plus, there's quite a lot of interactions. You're very interested in what the other person will do, because they will take up fields that you need. And the basic idea is that there's the spirit. He will dissipate in few years, and you have just few years to prove yourself that you are the one spirit that needs to
take over the forest.
You can do that by getting points and sending souls to the other side. Well, you know, collecting points in very, very different ways. Basically, every single chip gives you points in some way, and you just have to calculate which is the best way to do it. If you get it to the table and start playing, you can get tons of replay value from it.
Yeah. Anyway, mine is Eclipse, a space game, which is kind of a Euro / thematic, where you play a race in space, build like things and ships and discover technologies and explore the space and discover planets. And so it's a lot of economy, there's a lot of fighting, dice rolling, so it's like a hybrid game. There's a lot of whooping somebody else's ass in this game, and in this case mine. Yeah, my wife really likes it, and it is a heavy game. It's not super heavy. I think yours is actually heavier rules wise, might be a bit longer. Then again, with 2 maybe not.
I just came up with a joke just from my head.
Yeah, sure you did.
I'm afraid for the calendar. Its days are numbered.
Nice.
I just came up with another one.
Ah, okay. Oh, wow, you're good.
Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
I don't know, why?
In case they get a hole in one.
This one's better. Well, and you just like, it came to your head?
Yeah. I have 145 best dad jokes that will have the family whole laughing. Just in my head.
Wow. That's good. Anyway, best story game.
3, 2, 1. Does Lord of the Rings count? That's legit actually a question she asked.
Which Lord of the Rings? Card game?
Card game, yeah.
Sure, it has story. It's a cooperative game based on the pandemic where we're trying to stop diseases, and it's a legacy game. What that means is after each game we will open packs and put stickers on and rip cards apart. The game changes from game to game. It does have a story, and there were some plot twists, I'd say, but it's not a story game per se, I would say.
Our wives love like logic games where they are smarter than us and can beat us.
Can you guess mine?
Wild card.
Yeah.
Living Forest?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1. Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah, it's Living Forest.
Wild card means she can pick whatever.
Yeah,
there's no rules.
and she
can pick one game, and she picked something she already picked. Hadrian's Wall is a roll and write game where you don't roll, you actually flip. You use resources to mark your sheet of paper, and that makes you better and better and produce more resources. There's tons of choices in this game with those 2 pages, and that's all that you have. And each time you play, you can go like different directions and try them out.
I don't know. Have we talked about Living Forest already?
No, I think I forgot.
Well, I mean, it's a deck building racing game where you're trying to and you already heard that.
We need to stop before you make any dad jokes, you know?
I have one, just one, maybe one.
No, you can't do one. No, it's the end titles already, end screens. Thank you for watching. Subscribe,
just like, about the Hadrians. Can you do one more? Just like top of your head.
What does a sprinter eat before a race?
I don't know. What?
Nothing. They fast.